Sure.
Because I think that I brought the armies over here. I'm sure I'll just detach for siege. Maybe you could just look over those siege armies for me while I move stuff forward. Yeah, there's like 12k hungry guys that are coming from.
Okay, I've got the siege in Alsace in a second. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I'm going to keep my guys on the other one as well, though, because I broke the walls down and everything to see a few more men. Yeah, a few more men.
Can't actually get my troops forward to Württemberg. I can now. Could you transfer that siege to me?
No, this is Russian territory now.
Oh, okay.
But... oh, I can get that. I can reinforce them with a army. Oh, it's that war, Russia.
Okay, GG, mission accomplished.
Now, in turn, I would like some help against Poland at some point, though. No, not right now, in the here and now, but... I think Milan's a threat to global stability now as Emperor. What's this said?
Yes.
Is he there?
I am. I have returned.
Okay. I was
and I'm
joking,
angry.
just
Yeah, you better be fucking joking. This fucking guy isn't accountable for his own actions.
Game.
I love him. I love him to death.
Nice.
But sometimes he
Stubborn.
he doesn't take responsibility.
Well, I just...
I love you. Just stop being mad. I love you. I forgive you.
My annoyance was that it's like if you'd said to me,
Sid,
hey, Sid,
I was within 3 months. I became emperor. I had like 4 or 5 pop-ups. I was excommunicated. I was called into a war by some stupid fucking elector, and then derp, Sid declares war on Liège, all within about 4 months. You have to give me a minute. Just give me a minute. In future, you may have all of the shit up there. Thither.
All of the things.
All of the things. Which is implicit from the beginning, but it's chaotic.
I can convert Islamic provinces now. Yay. Yeah, it ended out well, didn't it? Oh, well ends well. It is a big game, I guess, and it is now actually still in England.
Oh, it's in the game mechanics. I mean, the AI doesn't know how to do it, but they added it for humans. Or does the AI do it? Maybe it does.
I'm still surprised I managed to win against Morocco. Through sheer brute force.
You won in the end.
Yeah.
Just give me a call if you need that help against Poland.
We'll be securing some things first, and then I'll go for Poland.
I've done a terrible thing.
Has he messaged you as well?
He has.
He's-
It's just reflex. I'm so sorry.
I deferred him to you. He asked me, and I said, "Sid is your keeper."
Who's broken the lights with me?
Me.
That's it.
Are you satisfied now that you on Liège? Do you feel better?
User joined your channel.
Oh,
Do you feel better now, friend?
Yes.
who's the lonely
That's
tap?
good.
That's such a shame. We won't be able to hear his lovely voice.
He doesn't have a microphone.
Mhm.
Oh. He would have enjoyed what just happened between us. He would have enjoyed that a lot.
He doesn't need to know anything about it. This is it's a shame he doesn't have his microphone with him. This is Top Hat. He was deprived of oxygen for 10 minutes at birth.
Colonization. How do I give estates land anyway?
Click on the province. Click on the
Yeah.
buildings tab, and then at the bottom, like halfway down, it'll say estates, and then you click that little button.
Oh.
There is a strategy to it, so each estate sort of improves their respective thing. Like the clergy don't give tax bonuses, but they you have
Well,
no
they do
penalty.
nationally.
They do nationally, yeah.
So, like, you give your high tax stuff to the priests, high manpower to the lords, and then production and trade to the merchants. And that mitigates the penalty it gives you.
Oh, whoops, sorry, I was meant to tell you about that. Did you actually get a prompt for that?
Yep.
Ah.
I need my current king to die because he's cruel and he's pissing everyone off.
Well, cruelty is just subjective, really, isn't it?
It's subjective, yes, but it still pisses people off. Everyone considers it bad.
Oh, actually, this war was a mistake. I'm gonna have a coalition form against me.
Hey, he's learning.
Just have to settle with sacking it and taking all their money.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a complete idiot, you know.
You learn. You learn.
Just a partial idiot. It's the Shadow Kingdom. He's still in the Empire.
Yep. I think
Like,
you're disqualified as the HRA.
You can add your provinces back into the Empire, surely.
Yep.
I just had to debase my currency like fucking 8 times.
Why?
Because of all the fucking loans I had.
Why do you have loans?
Listen, man, I was in a war for God knows how long, okay?
Is this the war that I offered to send troops in?
You sound like a Vietnam vet.
I was in the war, okay? I finished it. It's done, but I still had the fucking loans.
Seen some shit, man. Done some stuff.
You weren't there, man. You weren't in Morocco, man.
You weren't. You don't understand.
I was there at Milan for the Great Massacre of the Vietnamese. It's funny because we're making fun of people who have post-traumatic stress and like went through hell on earth.
Yes, it is.
And we're turning it into humor.
But then again, a lot of these people did horrendous things to Vietnamese people.
The Vietnamese did awful
Shut up, you
things to
call
them.
me. Oh, they did terrible things to Vietnamese people.
They would build like
Human
a
rights, too.
they would build like a pit and they would put like pikes in it in the middle of the fucking jungle.
Yeah,
and
they would go into a village and start shooting people.
they would put a.
I'm colonizing also.
It's not the American soldiers' fault that they were forced to go to that stupid dumb war.
Well, it wasn't the Vietnamese fault.
No one's at fault except the fucking dumb
Politicians.
leadership. Yeah.
The communist leader actually wrote many letters to the American president, but they were actually intercepted, and he wasn't allowed to receive
Yeah,
them.
I saw it. There was a PBS special. It was very interesting, and they talked about that. Yeah.
It's fucking wrong.
Well, we just assessed the whole thing just the wrong way. We were like, it's the fucking dominoes.
No,
But for them, they were just like, can we just unify our country and like be independent? And that was what motivated most of them to support Ho Chi Minh.
Not just that, though. I think America viewed communists. They painted all the communists with the same brush, though. But really, you could have played divide and rule a lot better, really. If you had any more common sense. Mao and Stalin did not get on.
That's what they ended up doing eventually with Nixon.
Yeah, but they could have played that a lot earlier. But it was too much. Oh, they're all evil communists. We'll paint them all with the same brush.
Looming disaster, dominance of the clergy.
Do you want to get rid of that?
Look at all that influence.
Yeah, just remove the territories from them.
I disagree. You should give them more land.
Okay, now.
Listen, they're good men of God. You can trust them with that land.
I do trust them with that land.
You should always trust the church to do the right thing.
For reals is that you shouldn't let the event happen.
When has the church
Look how
ever done
mine turned
anything
out.
wrong that went against Christ?
There we go, I fixed it. They're at 78 influence now instead of the 80.
And then, Sid, can you remove your shit from the HRE? Like when you core?
Sure.
Thanks, homie.
It all gets sucked out of the HRE anyway.
Like a great vacuum cleaner.
I have a truce with the Emperor. I cannot.
Yeah, just do it whenever.
Okay.
I cannot do it.
I'm losing a lot of money, and this makes me very unhappy.
I'm gaining a lot of money.
That's nice.
I'd say.
I'm Italian, so even though I'm like a two-province state, I'm just got tons of money.
I've had to do like a development road to get things going.
Are the Italians this rich? It just seems outlandish to me.
No, yeah, they were. That's why they had the Italian wars, which weren't even fought by Italians, just armies.
Yeah.
There was a battle fought between, I think it was between Florence and Lucca, some other Italian state.
Yep.
There was a battle fought between them, and it lasted 6 hours, and there were 12,000 men on each side. And only one man died because he fell from his horse and broke his neck. Yeah. Because the whole battle was fought by condottieri, and they had these sort of strict rules where they didn't actually fight. They would just sort of try to get the better position, and then the opposing captain would say, "Oh, all right, you guys are going to beat us," and then they'd surrender.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me. I would totally sign up to be a condottieri.
No, it was that was the thing, you see, because what they were effectively doing was they were sort of fleecing the city-states, because the city-states had to rely on mercenaries, and by sort of monopolizing the mercenary profession, right, they made it so that nobody was in danger of being killed, but they also could charge extortionate rates because they were the only trained military professionals. All changed when the French turned up, though. The French were like, "Hey, check out this thing we've got called artillery."
Yeah, I need to make a thing on the Italian wars. I have to learn more about each stage.
They're just very confused, because they're not popular culture isn't aware of them. So you imagine the First World War, and you can immediately imagine the trenches. You can imagine Gallipoli. You can even imagine the Russian front. But there's no cultural anchor for the Italian War, so it's difficult to envision them. There was actually a famous group of condottieri very early on called the White Company, and they were actually all Englishmen, from the 100 Years' War. And the leader of the White Company, he actually ended up as a viscount in somewhere in the church state and the papal state, and he was given a castle and everything. Because the church, they didn't want to employ him, they just wanted him to stop, being a mercenary. So they were like, "Here, have this castle, and here's some peasants, now fuck off and shut up."
I just feel there must have been so much waste under feudalism. You have some really bright fucking guy, but he's born a serf, and he's just fucking a farmer his whole life.
Yep.
I think we did this bit with you once, Sid. Is Sid the fucking scientist, peasant. It's just in his hut reading fucking Aristotle. The fucking top hat is born as the Lord, and just wow, what a way of organizing society.
His top hat says he would be a great lord.
They organise all the best dinner parties. I imagine.
Don't I have the best dinner parties? Don't I have the best drugs? There's there's a girl who does a comic, she does historical comics, called the comic is called Hark a Vagrant. I can't remember what her name is. I think she's called. Never mind. And basically, in the one comic, it's about the English monarchy of the Regency period, and they're fretting about the Americans taking over through a sexy revolution because they're worried about how sexy George Washington is. And they start making laws about no flexing, and you've got like starving English peasants like going, what are they going on about? no flexing.
Super.
Alright, at least I'd be the top peasant. Okay, thanks, Top Hat.
I enjoyed that. That was good.
Of course you make Friesland a free city. Thank you, Manchester.
You're not annexing it now. I mean, come on.
I need it now.
No, you don't. You can't even get a CV on it right now.
Well, I'll need it in a bit.
In time, you'll have it.
I don't know how a bishopry has the same dynasty as me, but it does.
Hmm.
That rigor, because I vassalized them. How we no longer have a royal marriage in Milan? Oh, you can send one through, it'd be nice. Thank you, sir. How long until colonialism, Mr. Death? Shortly, I guess.
How would you feel about being ruled by an Italian?
You come over here, I'm gonna crush you like I did Morocco. I don't care how many years it takes.
I'm talking to Russia, who's about to have an Italian king. Italian czar.
Yeah, you send a royal marriage, would be nice. Well, who'd the war be fought between? Oh.
He would just spend his days like just looking at fancy cars, trying on finest clothes, going to fashion shows. Be like an effete czar.
Yep. And they'd be eating tomato and cheese all day.
Mamma mia.
You know you want that royal marriage, Burgundy. Go on.
Eh? No, I can't.
Oh.
Maybe as I absorb my things, it'd be okay.
If I give the clergy territory, it's easier to convert.
Handy.
Genius.
Are you not going to defend Savoy, Manchester?
I wasn't called into that war.
Huh.
Attacker, so the French are the attacker, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. Oh, that's fine. Switzerland was the attacker, I guess.
My corruption is 12.
Pretty corrupt. Sounds like Portugal.
Listen, man, we had to debase the currency. It takes 12 months to recharge a debased currency, and it's only 2%, you know, it's just pansy money, pansy corruption.
Totally understand. I totally get that.
Moroccan separatists, wow. Time to be crushed by superior Portuguese.
Oh wow, you've actually taken quite a bit of land from Morocco. Nice.
What's that? I did take a lot of land.
No, I'm just saying, well done. It's, really...
It took like 40 years, but thank you. Apparently Moroccan peasants are built out of concrete because I can't beat them even with the superior military. I don't think people like you.
For some reason.
What's happening?
Ottoman Empire just declared that they were my rival.
Oh. They rivaled me as well. They don't like me either. No, they haven't rivaled me. That's weird. Oh, he changed from me to you.
They've rivaled Poland, understandable. The Mamluks, understandable. And Burgundy. Not entirely sure what the logic there is, but
the Ottoman master plan.
These Moroccan peasants are too fucking powerful for no reason. Is my army that shit?
Probably.
What happened now?
France has declared war on England.
Fuck's sake.
Hey, I eclipsed the Pope. Oh, he still hates me. Still hates me.
Oh, you're in this war as well, huh?
I'm allied to France.
I'm allied to England. I'm just hoping that France doesn't come down here, because I don't want to deal with them.
They probably will. Are you allied with Castile, and does Castile have it high?
I am allied to Castile, but they currently weren't pulled into the war because they're not allied with England.
Alright, just don't get military access with Castile, because that will allow France to walk to you.
Why is the Pope here?
Because he's allied with France.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Da Vinci.
They literally are landing in my you know what, Pope Benedict, whoever?
Sounds like he's not very gregarious.
Sweet. Relatively good emperor, not excommunicated, no crazy wars, industrious trait. Pretty good. Took us until this point to get here.
My navy was just recently destroyed. I am having the worst of luck.
You got colonists though, right?
I do have one colony. One. Because I'm poor.
There you go. Castile paid off your debt.
Wow.
People don't want to vote for my reforms because I'm Italian. They don't like Italians.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. That's what I said. I was... The chancellor came in. I was like, alright. He had all the documents on the table. I was like, alright, we're gonna pass some reforms. Fix things up. he was like, no one, they won't vote for anything. And I was like, why? Because we're Italian. Mamma mia.
Oh. A noble from House von Habsburg succeeds to the throne. Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be wunderbar.
So they get you, see, they let you think you're a prosperous independent kingdom, and all of a sudden, bam, you got a Habsburg on the throne.
I'm having a bit of trouble.
Yes. Yes, the French are very interested in invading Portuguese North Africa for some reason.
The French, the Pope, there are revolts here.
Just hang on, I think England will surrender soon. This is all over along Con, you know. It's not even anything serious.
Oh no. Now you're going to be ruled by a Portuguese guy. It's far worse than being ruled by an Italian.
We Portuguese have been fighting to the bitter end. We are hardy people.
I don't know what I think of when I think of Portugal. Just, I don't know. I have no strong images, associations.
Yeah, no strong feelings
stereotypes.
one way or the other.
Yeah, no strong stereotypes about them.
North Africa's lost.
They do have problems with police murdering people in the slums.
Well, they've legalized all their drugs there.
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe that's what the Portuguese ruler of Russia would do. They just do drugs all day.
The
just beat the serfs and just high on something.
In Venezuela, you know, the number of children dying from malnutrition has skyrocketed. So
it's very bleak. Thanks for sharing that.
So do you know what the Venezuelan government has done, or at least the official government has done?
What have they done?
They've legislated so it's now illegal to declare malnutrition as the cause of death for an infant. That should fix it.
Sounds like the answer to me.
My military is dead again.
Rip. It's very alarming as well because oh, at least they're going to kill your rebels for you, I think. Oh, they were going to kill them.
No.
And they should do.
I mean, at least they really can't take much from me now, can they?
Yeah, I mean, France actually can't take anything from you. I think maybe because they need to be in an adjacency zone. So I don't think I think you're completely safe. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Russia, I'm gonna trade out your alliance for now. We can ally again later. An ally with the Pope. Can I ally with the Pope? I was able to ally with the Pope. Just love the Pope's alliance with like France, Burgundy, all this, every strong country in the game. He's like, yeah, it's totally normal.
Oh, you bastard! My marriage ended as well. I'm muted. I'm very happy.
I'm over my relations though.
See, this is exactly what happened to the Russians when they helped the Austrians out against the Hungarians. They got poo-pooed.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quite famous. The Russians sent a large army into Hungary to restore order during the 1848 rebellions, because the Hungarians were trying to become independent.
Yeah.
And they sent an army in to restore order, and the Austrians were like, "Oh, thank you, Russia." And
it's
then
like we were about to collapse as an empire. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and then 5 years later, you had the Crimean War, and the Russians were like, "Come on, Austria, help us." The Austrians were like, "Nah, we don't actually like you."
Well, in their defense, the Austrians thought that the British would have their back later.
Yeah, they trusted Britain. That was their mistake.
So naive.
Serves him right. He trusted an Anglo.
Wow. 3 siege general. That's pretty good. So if you click on your country, Sid, and then click on the little guy with the speech bubble, and you know how you can click on a province and it turns red, like on that screen?
Click on my country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Click on the third guy with like the little speech thing.
Yeah.
And then click on Utrecht, Gelre, Friesland, and like East Friesland.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't always work, but usually it makes your guys make claims on those. And then when your guys have claims, it gives you a CB.
Okay.
How do you do that? Sorry again. Dude.
Hello?
How do you do that again? Sorry?
So right click on your country.
Yep.
And then click on Show Diplomatic Feedback. And then when you click the province, they turn red. And if it borders like your vassal, they don't always do it, but often they will make claims on what you've highlighted. So you get a CB. So like as Poland, it's vital to do that, because otherwise you can never declare war on Russia until like you form the Commonwealth otherwise. But yeah, it's pretty good. Shuggy taught me how to do that.
I'm not paying you anything, France. You can fuck right off.
Ooh.
Beep. Not about to be in Russian.
Please, England, do something. Please. As soon as this war is over and I didn't lose anything, I'm fucking ending my...
Yeah, they're pretty useless. AI doesn't know how to do anything. Quite happy to call you into stuff, though.
England's helped me.